AI generated video is here and Adobe Firefly has just joined the race. But can you really just type a sentence and get a high quality video in seconds? Let's put it to the test. Hey everyone, I'm Dave Basulto. Welcome back to the channel. If you love learning about the latest AI tools, filmmaking tech, and how to level up your video creation skills, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out. All right, let's jump into Adobe Firefly's text to video and see what it can do. Okay, so to get here, you need to go to firefly.adobe.com. That'll take you to the main website. If you do not have a membership yet, if you're at a school, your school might have Adobe for all the seats in the school. We have that at the high school that I teach at. So this has made things really easy for me. But if you're a small business or a content creator, etc., you can still grab this. Adobe Firefly is $9.99 a month. This is early access pricing. I don't know how much it's gonna go up after that. Or you can go for the Pro, that's $29.99 a month, and that's early access pricing as well. Gives you a lot more credits. The first one gives you 2,000 credits. It's worth about 6 to 8 minutes of video, whereas the other one will give you about 20 to 25 minutes of video, which is really good. I mean, this is B-roll video. You might just need a few seconds for stuff that you're making. If you're trying to make a whole video with Adobe Firefly, probably definitely want the Pro plan, and then you might even have to buy credits after that. But if you're a student, let's go to the student area here. $15.99 a month is all it costs to take all the Adobe apps, including Firefly, including Photoshop, including Premiere Pro and After Effects and Audition, etc. So if you're a student, you got it made for $15.99 a month. Just ask your parents to get it for you because this is a great app, or you can pay yourself. Check with your school first and make sure that you might have it already. So take a look at that. Okay, let's get out of the plans now and let's check out Firefly. If you haven't seen how to use Firefly for text to image, you can check out this video right here and it'll show you how to go text to image. So right here was our options. We're gonna skip text to image because I already did that, but they've been adding just a lot of new things here. Scene to image, which I haven't even begun to dive into yet. Translate video, I'm gonna do another video on that, which I actually just tested it out today and was able to take one of my videos and turn it into Chinese language, which I thought was awesome because I've got Chinese language speakers in my classes and who speak sometimes very little English, and I try and help them out. I use a lot of ChatGPT to converse with them or Google Translate, but now I can do my lessons that I create videos for and show them in their language so that they can understand what we're doing. Image to video beta, so that's something that I'll kind of show you a little bit about, but that's a really amazing tool too. Translate audio, you just want to translate the audio, etc. But Firefly is a new family that's just rocking, and I'm a big fan of it. So I'm going to click on text to video beta. And I've been playing around with it a little bit today. You had to have signed up for the beta for it, but I believe if you go into Firefly still, there's a little pop-up that'll say sign up for the beta, and you can sign up and get, I mean, it's funny because a lot of my students did this and they were so excited, like, I got accepted to the beta. Like it was a giant video game we were gonna start getting into. This is it right here. It's got a great user interface. It's super simple and yet very powerful. Just look over here on the left. Let's just close all these for a second. So I'll just play this video really quick. It was a simple prompt I made. I said in 1945, a World War II soldier on the beaches of Normandy during D-Day. It's a close-up. He's scared looking, cinematic, blah, blah, blah. And we'll just play that for a second. And, you know, this could be great for some B-roll, or if I'm doing some kind of a documentary for class and I just need a little bit of footage. Then I did it a little wider screen. Here's the guy walking and just lots of stuff going on behind him. Just really interesting things that I was playing around with. Wasn't too happy about this one. So the thing about generative AI stuff, you have to kind of tweak the prompts constantly and regenerate things until you get it to what you like, because it's a work in progress. Maybe it's cinematic, maybe you want midday lighting or golden hour, or you want a shot from the top down, whatever. So let's look at the settings really quick here. on the left-hand side. So the first things first is down below here, you'll see where it says prompt. And I'm just going to clear that out for now because I'm going to generate a new prompt. And I'm going to say a cow eating grass in the field. And let that kind of render while we're talking. On the left-hand side here, you'll see that I've got general settings, Firefly beta, that's what we're using. Now I can change the aspect ratios to portrait mode or widescreen mode. So you've got options there. If you're making some reels or doing TikToks and stuff, you have that option there. The default right now is 24 frames per second. I don't see the ability to change any of that. Now we'll go down to camera. So this is where you can get really creative. Medium shot here. So you can click on this, say none. You just want to have it whatever you wrote and let Firefly figure it out. Or for this particular one, I think it stayed default of medium shot, but you have all kinds of options, extreme close-up shots, long shots, extreme long shots. So you've got a lot of options for all of that. Then you've got camera angles. So if you haven't seen, I made a video about 19 different shots that are in every video and every movie. You can check that video out right there. So you got camera angles here where you've got aerial shot, eye level shot, high angle shot, low angle shot, etc. And you can play around with all of those. Motion is super cool. So I've got zoom in, you just saw that went, zoom out, move left, move right, tilt up, tilt down, handheld, and static. So we've got all kinds of different options here to play around with our prompt. Okay, so here's my cow that's eating grass. Let's play that. So not too shabby. That looks like a pretty good cow to me. My son, who's a cow lover, would love that. So now I'm going to play around a little bit with camera angles. So actually I've got it on medium shot now. So maybe I want to do it more of a longer shot. And then maybe we're going to do just a move left there and just kind of see what that does. Maybe the camera angle is an eye level shot for this one. And we'll just hit generate again and let that go. And we'll come back to that in a moment. Let's just look at some of the other things. I tried, something about this is that you really need to work on your prompts. It's all about prompting, how you tell this what you want. But sometimes you can tell it too much. So I went over here. I said a brave knight, gleaming silver armor, mounted on a white powerful horse, prepares to joust, against the Black Knight. And so I had all of this stuff. GPT helped me with the prompt. Both knights locked in fierce gaze and ready to duel. So when I played that back, it was okay. It wasn't exactly what I wanted, and certainly I don't think it was with all this prompt. But you do see it got a lot of stuff back here. Banners waving in the wind, a crowd of nobles and peasants watching. So you're assuming that's what's back there, all these peasants and people like that. So that was kind of an interesting thing to check out. I could go from this shot to maybe a close-up on the Black Knight looking at him, etc. So that was an interesting prompt that I did for that one. This next one was just a soldier watching. So sometimes text to video gets really screwy. I mean, in any of the different generators that are out there. Here's one that I said, since we're President's Day weekend, I said, let's create George Washington about to be inaugurated into office. And being sworn into office, I wrote. So they kind of made a $5 bill or something, I don't know. And then here's George, apparently, and there's all there. That looks a little more realistic, but that's not what I wanted. I mean, he's not a real person. He's just on some kind of money there. And then I went and had George Washington being sworn into office as president in 1789, thousands of onlookers. So then it started, I don't know why it went into this interesting kind of sketch look. But it's something that I could use maybe to tell an interesting story with. Definitely, I wouldn't use it for any kind of George Washington thing, although this doesn't look as bad as the second part. But he's towering over everybody. He's like a giant guy. And I don't know what this thing is right here. I just love how things happen right here. This one came out pretty fun. I said a monster made of roses standing next to a television. And here's the monster. And I had to zoom in on that one. He's looking, that was kind of interesting if I want to make a monster movie. I'm gonna jump ahead. I think the cow's done now. So here's our new cow shot, a cow eating grass in the field. And then I said a long shot. So we're actually back here now looking. And then an eye level shot. I don't know what this is over here. Looks like rocks or some more cows. And then this structure over here or whatever that is. So the camera's moving left. And the cow has some kind of weird thing there. And then the udder's here. So, or is that the foot? That might be his foot. That might be his right foot. Okay, that's just not proportionate, I don't think. But, you know, it's interesting. It's not horrible. You got a really strange cow in the background here. And it looks kind of interesting. Okay, so I would keep working on the cow and make it better and better. So going back here, this is another prompt that I had. So if I go back to Firefly, it was created in Adobe Firefly, in the image generator. And I was working on a project for someone, helping them, showing the revolutionary troops crossing the Delaware. So it came up with this shot. It was really nice. We used it in the video. And then it just looks like that. And then I said, you know, add some cannon fire to the back of it. So you can upload a frame in here. So the first frame or the ending frame of your video. So let's say that this was actually a video that I shot. Maybe the kids are running in the hallway and they stop to look around the corner. And around the corner, there's a monster there. Well, I can have them shoot that first part where they're running in the corner and they hide right there. And then I will take the last frame of that video. We use Adobe Premiere Pro, so I can grab that last frame as a still. Then I bring that into Firefly, and I would say that is my first frame for this video. Okay, does it follow around? So now that Firefly knows that this is where we're going to go from here, I can then ask it to do separate things. So I said, revolutionary soldiers crossing the Delaware River at night, cannons fire in the background, illuminating the sky. So as you can see, if you start to add some really nice sound effects and stuff, it can be pretty cool. Okay, let's check out the second one. This is, I screwed up here and said a monster, and I still kept that same thing, that frame. And then there's the monster there, which was kind of interesting too, actually. I just love how things are just crazy creative with this program. Okay, let's go to this guy here. Soldier looking on as the artillery shells explode on the beach. So let's play that. And there's some artillery shells. So I could actually go back and try and fix that and say artillery shells are the smoke flies out against the water. Or maybe it does come this way because we got an onshore breeze. You add some sound effects of things exploding. You know, I would probably somehow describe the soldier be doing like things like this because the shells are coming instead of just standing there like he's invincible. So let's go to the next one here. So this was a 1945 World War II soldier on the beaches of Normandy. So I liked how she looks. Of course, there were no women on the beaches of Normandy that year. I asked it to be photorealistic, cinematic. It's got some nice depth of field, smoky. We'll just play that really quick. And she's just like, oh my God. So if I go to the next one, I changed it up and said it's a male soldier. And, you know, same thing. So he's on the beach. Everyone's on the beach. It was like, oh my God, all the devastation. So those turned out to be pretty fun too. And then lastly, I have this one here. 1945 World War II soldier on the beaches of Normandy, close up, looking scared from the shelling. Let's see what happens. You can see how you can use a tool like this to help your video, your vision come alive. I just love showing my students how to use these tools because they are just mind-blowing and are only going to get better. This is an app that will definitely get better over time. Being someone that's been using Adobe tools for about 20 years and seeing where things went from to industry-leading tools now, this is going to be something that's going to be like that. So if you have the opportunity to get into trying out Adobe Firefly, video, text-to-video, I highly recommend it. It can be a game changer in your classrooms. Just ask the admins if they have access to the Adobe platform, and you should be able to get right into this, at least using text to image, but hopefully text to video as well. All right, so I really hope you enjoyed this little walkthrough of Adobe Firefly generative video. If you did, please leave me a like. And if you're not subscribing already, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Do you like it? Is it dumb? Is it amazing? Do you want to use it with your kids? One thing I will say is that we are working on a music video right now where we're using an app called Suno, which I'm going to do a tutorial on, to make music, and then we'll use this app to create the visuals for the music video. So it's super cool, and your kids will love it. I guarantee you, because my kids are going crazy about it already. All right. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'm Dave Basulto. I will see you in the next video.